All right, folks, we are live, a special segment this afternoon because there's a bit of a breaking situation happening in West Bay at the moment where a gentleman is finding himself in a bit of a situation and we're trying to get him some assistance, some help. And so we're just trying to get the full understanding of what's going on. So we do have someone on location who is going to just give us the details. So go ahead and explain to us exactly what's happening now.
Good evening, folks. I am Miss Facey from West Bay.
Mhm.
Alvy Webster is a West Bay resident. He's disabled. He's in a wheelchair. One of his legs is amputated, and the next one is not fully working. He went to the dialysis, and they dropped him at the West Bay clinic to get his leg dressed. I
Mhm.
was at the clinic, picking up some medication, and I seen him going down the road in his wheelchair, and he's in the middle of the road. So basically, I called the police. They came to me, and they are here right now,
Mhm.
but there's still nobody to pick him up, and I cannot push him with my hand because my hand is sick. And I mean, if government is paying somebody to look after this man, why wasn't there with him dialysis? Why isn't it there with him? So I mean, if government has to look into this, he's disabled. He is
Mhm.
disabled and he needs assistance.
Yeah. So how did he? Could you explain to us how he
Okay,
actually got there?
they basically he went to dialysis from 12 o'clock. I don't know how he got to dialysis, and the people from dialysis picked him up and dropped him West Bay Clinic to get his leg dressed, but they could not wait on him because
Mhm.
they had other patients to deal with. So
Right.
he said, well, he'll try to see if he can get up. But then he's trying to get up in his wheelchair in the middle of a busy road on Redmond Blackman Road to go Bursary Hill. No, Sandra, that's a disgrace. And if government gonna be paying people to do this kind of thing, they need to be with these people. Matter if they drive or not drive.
Mhm.
Matter if they
So
drive or not drive. Because when I used to take care of my mother, I never used to drive, but I found a way around to get my mother to the doctor.
right, and he does have some sort of a helper.
Yes, okay. He has two. Okay, he has a helper,
Uh huh.
and the original helper is going to the Philippines for her vacation. So he
Mhm.
have a assistant helper then that is filling in for that helper. But
Mhm.
she's not with him. He says she don't go to dialysis with him. She don't come to the clinic with him. He has to go on his own.
Mm. So what
I'm
does she?
only saw that, and I was if my phone could have video it when he on the road. Cars were swerving away from him, and it got me angry, and I called the Westway station. I called them, and I called his caretaker, the previous caretaker, and what takes a permit for them, and I explained to her what's going on.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
mean, if you're going to be taking care of a disabled person, you need to be there. So what are you trying to tell me? You're getting government money to sit on your backside and not look after him? This time afternoon, the man said he all he ate for the whole day was a 1 pound of sausage and 1 pack of biscuit. And he's a diabetic. And
Mhm.
stand to tell you the God truth, I know him too. If my hand wasn't sick, I would have pushed him in the middle of the road and carry him home
Wow. So he has been out pretty
from
much
12.
all day then. Oh my gosh. This
I
poor
tell
guy.
you, Sandra, that's why I call you now if you could get somebody to come here because this is not right. Guess if
Mhm.
I never stopped him, you would have heard some man guy run over out of your wheelchair. And this is not fair.
Mhm.
And
This is very
somebody need to report this to Cynical and let them know. If they're not
mhm.
going to take care of him, they better stop paying.
Mm, my God. So you said the police are there now. Are they making
Yeah,
any
they're right behind me. I stepped away to talk to you guys.
yeah,
They're behind me.
but are they making any arrangements to
Oh,
now
yeah,
get
they went to his house. They must
uh-huh.
have get the helper or somebody to come for him. I got him in the Emily office walkway away off of traffic to try block the sun off of him.
Right. Okay. All right. So at least now hopefully he'll be able to get home without getting run over by a car.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
tell you the truth, I don't really want to take a chance to walk with him, but my hand is hurting me. And I mean, I would have pushed him. I don't have no problem pushing him. But I know
Mhm,
police will come because I'm going to walk right in the middle of the road with him. Because he
mhm,
cannot walk on the side of the road because the wheelchair is too big. As I showed you when I call you on video call, that's his condition.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I mean, he's a diabetic. He's got one leg already partially amputated, and the other one,
No, it's amputated. That's amputated, and he on a prostrated foot. You see him, and then the next one is is almost going to be amputated too.
yeah. So somebody's saying that they thought that you were the helper because they
No,
saw this
sweetheart.
happening and they thought maybe you were the helper.
No, I am not. I am not his helper.
My God.
I am not his helper. I'm just a neighbor that anytime, because I know him long time I was a baby. I
Yeah.
grew up knowing this man.
Yeah.
And basically, I seen him on the road. So I seen him on the road. I mean, it hurt me to know. So he got to be struggling in a wheelchair, and to show your cars are just overtaking. In case a car swipe him off the road, what gonna happen?
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Oh wow.
I tell you the truth, Sandra, and I can tell you the truth. I don't business. Who wants to see me? Who? But I'm gonna speak up for him. He's disabled. He needs help. And tell you the truth, the government that we have here, they need to look into this. They need to look into this because this is very nasty for government.
Yeah,
I
well,
know you're gonna give me the backlash because I work for government too, but I don't give a rat's ass. I am sick of this. So this man has been sick like this, and he's trying to battle in a wheelchair. You know how far he live from here? All the way up in Burstry Hill before you get to French Drive, and you gonna push a wheelchair, and you don't got much strength as you're diabetic.
Not at all. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I'm glad that at least the police are there now.
Yeah, but if we can get him to stand, I could help him put him in a car, but in his wheelchair. If he can stand, but we have to help him, officers. They send me females to assist a man this size. A female officer they sent. Sandra, I know I tried to push him in the wheelchair, but my hand started to hurt me, and it hurt me to know say he is struggling and he has a helper.
Oh my gosh, poor thing.
Yeah, that's all. That's all, Miss Sandra. Let me try to move him out of it.
Yeah. Does he want? I know he spoke to me earlier today. Does he want to say anything now about
well, the police is trying to assist him to get him into the car, to their car. I don't know if you all you want to say anything to Miss Sandra? Wait. Wait. Just hold on. I trying to. Yeah. All right. You want to say anything to Miss Sandra? Oh, okay, sorry. All right. Just hold on, Miss Sandra. I trying to get out of the way so they can come in and try and help me.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what happened, sir? Oh, geez. Just hold on, Al. Yeah. You want that? That's all right. You want to say anything to Miss Sandra?
Let me see.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. She can hear you.
Yes, sir. I can. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love you very much. Thank you very much too.
Yes, we're gonna try and get you some help because I don't understand how you were left there today by yourself.
Yeah, because I went to do dialysis this morning.
Yes.
And the people then put me here, down here to get my foot dressed. And they couldn't wait to carry me home.
Yeah.
You see?
They must make sure you have arrangements to get home, though. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Yeah, they can't just leave you like that.
Because you had other people to pick up too, you see. You had other people to train too.
All right, Miss Sandra, basically, we're going to try and see. Are you sure you can get in there? Too small. Oh, next thing, we're trying to assist. And with the van too small for him to get in.
Yeah,
to bend up his legs. Yeah, there's a small Jeep you're using.
Oh.
My God.
Oh my God.
Okay. Does you guys have a bigger, one of the bigger ones? Sandra is really bad. Tell the God, she's really bad. It's really bad.
Whatever happened to didn't MP Kathy have a van?
No, he's under McKeever. Oh, well, I'm not afraid to say he's under his side.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought her van was going to help whoever needed help in West Bay. whenever-
But I don't because I don't live where he is, but I know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought they used to have a special van to pick him up and drop him off, and like when he got go doctor appointments.
Mhm.
So
And
I
nobody,
gotta try to see. I gotta try so I can assist him to get into the police car.
yeah, somebody's saying if nobody can call Mr. Bush, that he might have a solution.
Sandra, no disrespect, but tell you the God's truth, it better the public try to help him more than these politicians. And I'm not afraid to say that. They only want to get in, and that is it. And I'd be glad if he hear it too, because he know who I is too. I'm right in front of his office at that too.
My God, such a sad situation.
Yeah,
Well,
we're trying to get him in.
Yes. I mean, this is
You
unfortunate.
can get in. I don't know if you can see the live there.
Mhm.
You can see it, Miss Sandra?
Yeah, poor thing.
Okay.
My God.
Mine is really good. I can't be no help because my hand's sick.
Poor thing. You trying to get in the car?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord. Maybe pull the chair that you can. I can't really do nothing with my hand. It's hurting already to make it worse.
So sad. What a mess.
Yeah, man, that's how our citizen West Bay dealing. Because even if you call somebody said they were gonna call McHugh, and I don't know if they called him yet. And you see, as you see, he's in front of his office, right? Good. I know they're gonna give me the backlash because I work for DEH and I'm not afraid of telling nobody that.
But you're only trying to help, so.
Yeah. Well, all right, and thank you, officers, for on assistance. At least gonna do better than some of them other officers. On his female, and I'm trying to help somebody.
So he's now safely in the car. Then they can.
Yeah, they got him in the car and they gonna carry him home. They gonna put his wheelchair in the back of their car to go.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I hope that when the officers get to the residence, they at least talk to the helper there, because she should have enough sense to know that if he's going for treatment, then he needs some.
Well, tell you the truth, Sandra, I would rather talk to you off air regards that situation. I wouldn't want to go on live with it, but tell you the truth, it's really ridiculous. Cynical needs to know about this foolishness. People are collecting money and not doing a damn thing.
Well, this is what somebody just said, that in a lot of these cases, especially in West Bay, the families collecting the cynical checks for relatives and they don't see or know what they eat, much less what they need.
That's why I said to you, I will talk to you off the air, because thank you again, officers. All right, thank you. Thank you. Well, that is the situation in the West Bay area at this time of the evening.
Yeah, Cynical needs to really start to do proper. I mean, I know people complain that they require so much paperwork and this, that, and the next thing.
And to tell you the truth, Sandra, tell you the truth, he's not the only situation is in West Bay. He's not the only situation that farmers is collecting government checks and not taking care of them. There are many more in West Bay.
Yeah, and not just West Bay, it's all over.
And tell you the truth, if I was to start calling names, I know I would get a backlash in West Bay, but I don't care. If you're gonna help a disabled, you help them. Don't take their money and not doing what they're supposed to do. I know many farmers are doing it in West Bay, and I can call names, and they're collecting money, and they're farmers on the roadside begging money, begging food, and they're collecting government check. And I'm not afraid to talk it.
Wow.
So that's why I called you.
Yeah.
And for you to see for yourself what's really going on with our elders. I should have took the video with him going down the road. But because he didn't want to go on camera, that's why I never took it. Because I would have taken it and sent it to you. That's why I call you in person, make you see him and speak to him yourself. But this is really ridiculous. Government need to look into this.
Wow. Well, my dear, thanks Thanks for
But
doing
thank
your
you,
part
mom.
this
I'm willing to
afternoon.
help. I'm willing to help anytime. Although people talk their crap, but I can tell you the truth. I prevented an accident this year because if I don't pull him off, a next car gonna look at next car, and you're gonna hear say, "Oh, mine in wheelchair."
Mhm, mhm.
And I glad I made you see, and whoever watching, see what's really going on in West Bay. They need to look into these government people collecting money from these disabled people and not doing their job. It's a new year, new rules. Government need to get up off their ass, ma'am.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, they need to tighten it up because it's I mean, it's unfortunate. We've talked about on this show the situation, Paul, here in Georgetown, where they brought him back from, a facility in Jamaica where he's being
I
well
know
taken
he's
care of.
walking. I see him, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and
One,
look at
2 o'clock in the
protocol now.
morning, I see him digging
Yeah,
out the garbage pan because I work
yeah,
with the garbage people. So I see
yeah,
for myself what's going on.
yeah. It's so sad because I mean the man was eating healthier. He had looked better. That's the best I can recall ever seeing him. And their family went and made the people them send him back from Jamaica to
Because they want to
bring him
collect the
back.
government check. They wasn't getting
Right.
government check when he was away.
Exactly.
I know
Exactly.
all about it, Miss Sandra. I know about it. Right now, right in Berkshire Hill, you have people that taking people and collecting government check. And that person is on the roadside, hanging up around shops, begging for food, begging for money, and they're getting government check.
Mm.
All you can hear, I'm not responsible for him, but why you're collecting his government check then if you're not responsible for him? Give him to his family. Let them take care of him then.
Exactly. Or make them like how they had to do for Paul. Unfortunately, we don't have a facility here that could handle him. So they sent him overseas and the man was being well taken care
Well,
of.
I will see you off the air. I can come to you and I can sit and talk to you that we call because right now there's a lot of things going on. A lot of things. And it's the new year, the government need to step in. They need to step in. They want to vote every 4 years. Well, they need to work for their vote for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't vote no more because now I'm not helping me. When my mother was alive, I had to struggle with my mother. And my mother did going 13 and a half years. And I struggled with her night and day. My father's alive, and basically, thank God for Kenneth Bryan, who helped me get a cynical insurance for him because he is blind in one eye. And I'm the whole of his insurance. And I trying to get a disability for him, but they tell me I can't get it because through his so-called marriage, a young Jamaican that is convenience marriage, immigration knows about it, and they're not doing a rat sauce about it. But I will talk to you after here with that because that one I need to bring it to Jamal because pure convenience marriage going on in Cayman too.
Oh, we've been talking about that too.
Yeah, don't worry. I will to make a day and come sit down and talk to you. And we know what is what. Because I met the Mr. Franz Manderson about the same situation. And all no one to get back to me yet.
Wow.
And two, she be getting her Cayman papers. You know what gonna happen? She gonna kick my father and he backside and go about her business.
Yeah. And if he got any little pension or anything, she can get all that. Siemens. She can take everything from him.
Sandra, everything good to talk on here, but I can tell you something. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, Mom. And I'm not afraid to say it. Everybody should know who he is too. She only using him for convenience. The last thing she went and do, the little boy turned 4 years old, Christmas Eve, gone, yeah. And it's not belongs to my father, it's for our next man. And I went to immigration. Jeannie is not doing a rat sauce, and neither Franz Manderson. They're not doing nothing. And this woman is taking advantage of my father.
Whoa.
But I will see you in person and get everything on the table.
Wow.
So you can have a good afternoon. And thank you again for assisting me, Mom. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much as well for doing your part for sure and keeping that gentleman there out of harm's way because boy, I tell you, that would have been another disaster this evening. Oh my gosh, folks. Wow. Melissa says talk about opening a can of worms. Well, open it, spread it out. Let's see the filth that's going on in this country because this is the only way that we're going to address it is to see for ourselves. You know how many times we've talked about marriages of convenience And here are examples that are happening right under our noses. They're not even trying to hide it. We talked about helpers not being able to really do jobs, but yet they're being hired and paid and put in with these elderly people, and they're not even got the common sense. Remember the one who was calling, talking about she was trying to cure the woman and putting stuff in her feeding tube and all kind of stuff. Whatever happened to that case? Has she been charged as yet? This is the foolishness that's going on. And here to joke about that case, y'all never hear say that the helper is actually older than the woman she's taking care of. The helper can barely take care of herself. She must be up close to her 70s. And that's who the family gone and hire to try and take care of this woman who is a stroke victim. What? This is the foolishness that's happening in Cayman, folks. This is real. This is, these are our people. These are Caymanians that are being made to suffer. It is most unfortunate. I can tell you the truth. Every time I hear these stories, it breaks my heart. Poor Paul, I saw him. Cindy says that he sleeps in town now. I saw him a couple days ago before I went away on my trip, just walking up and down in town. And oh God, all I can say was, listen, this poor man was doing so well and looking so good in Jamaica for someone to just take advantage of him just for the money. The love of money, could destroy a lot of wicked people around these parts. Rosanna, Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a little while. How are you? Miss Perla's here. Cece says one man charging his workers monthly for having their permit, and one worker wants to leave and he's charging him $150 for him to write a letter to release her only in Cayman. What? So the man must get release letter that he has to. Wait a minute. She's charging him for the release letter? That don't even make that my brain trying to process that because that don't make no sense. That don't make one lick of sense. But you see how people scamming people? No, sir. Oh my God. We got to do better than this. This is some straight up bullshit. If y'all want to know the truth. We need people to start calling this foolishness out, man. Come on now. Lord have mercy. He is charging the lady. I confused. So he has the company. He's charging his workers a monthly fee. One worker wants to leave, and he's charging them $150 for him to write a letter. Oh, to release her only. Okay, so she's the worker. I got it. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's against the law in so many ways. Oh my gosh. Hi Faith, how are you? Aliana says name and shame. A lot going on here, boy. But listen, what if she wants to leave, just tell her to leave. She can write in immigration herself and say, he won't give me a release letter. He wants to charge me $150 for it, and I just want to leave. Now, of course, if she's going into another job, she needs a release letter. But guess what? She don't need no release letter from him. All she got to do is show immigration the damn messages where he's trying to con her out of $150 for a release letter. Immigration, DEC, DC, what the hell the name is again? DCF? Department? No. Immigration is Works, DCI. They all need to get together, enforcement, and start locking these businesses down. Why do they continue to allow people like this to even get a business license to take advantage of people? This is ridiculous. Deny these people work permits. This concept of non-compliance, especially when it comes to the labor law, really has got to stop. Y'all talking about minimum wage. You know what's worse than minimum wage? Is the fact that we bring people here and we treat them substandard. It's not even about the minimum wage, because a lot of them can live on the minimum wage because that's still way more than they're getting where they're from, and they can pinch and make it work. but it's how they're being treated. Some of them are being subjected to sexual assault, even domestic workers by the men in these homes. They're being sexually harassed. Some are outright being raped. All sorts of stuff are going on with these poor workers. And people just turning a blind eye. Taking money from people who don't even have it. You're paying them minimum wage as it is. And then you're going to turn around and nickel and dime them. Oh, you must pay for your work permit. You must pay for this. You must pay for that. I'm telling you, between works enforcement, Department of Labor, Border Control, they all need to get it together. All these marriages of convenience, they better lock this shit down and quick. It's ridiculous. Sandy, Cece says, Sandy, stop beating your gums about DCI. I gone. Monica says, what's the use? I complained to CBC about a lady that just come over here on her sister's work permit and open gambling shop selling illegal liquor and cigarettes, and nothing is done about it. We have to start just exposing people right here on this show. You're better off sending it to me. I bet you something get done about it then. I tell you. Rosanna says, and these nannies need to be addressed. They want charge you an arm and a leg and face it to come call. They're going party and they have this and that to do. And excuse me, and one question you about your personal life. Huh? And want to question you about your personal life. I don't know what kind of nannies you get in jail, but you better try and rein them in. That's why I don't want to take no permit for them. No, sir. And selling food without a business license. Sasha saying CBC is the wrong department. You need to go to works in DCI. Well, all of them mixed up and confused together. So, of course, Melita says with Sandy, if they don't report it, how's it going to be proven? Well, there's always that too. Needing the proof. Aliano says it's the underlying problem here is what capitalism is all about, exploitation. Well, that's not capitalism. Exploitation is just exploitation. What a sad situation. All right, folks, tune in tomorrow morning, honey child. We're going to have to continue talking about these topics and so many more. The list of topics just is like a mile long. Believe me when I tell you. But we got this call this afternoon. Unfortunately, the lady wanted us to come to West Bay, and I was not able to do that. But we were able to have her on the line, at the very minimum, kind of explain what's going on. Osa? Oh my gosh. It's just unbelievable, really. Poor people. Fed up and not getting anywhere. All right, folks. Thank God that man, the police came. Thank you, RCIPS. They came to his rescue. Now he can get home safe and sound to sit back on the porch. Somebody say they passed. I think that was you, little brat, said they see him on the porch sitting there by himself all the time. It's unfortunate because, you know, he probably doesn't even have much interaction with people to keep him going, keep his mind busy and that sort of thing. What a mess. I tell you. All right. I shall certainly keep you guys updated. Yes, Cece, give the police their props where it is earned and where it is deserved. And I must say that they came and helped this gentleman. I'd hate to see how much longer he would have been out there, you know, had they not assisted him. And also to that young lady, thank you so much for doing your part and for stepping up to the plate. And anybody call you with any foolishness, you go and let us know. Because really and truly, people have to comprehend that people get fed up. She's there trying to help. You know, she see this man practically in the middle of the road about to get ran over by a car. And if you think people will run him over, look at what happens every single day in this country on our roadways. So, you know, handicapped people don't need to be just roaming the streets in their wheelchairs and can't help themselves because they become a liability. And these bad drivers will just run them over and keep on driving too. All right, Miss Perla, Miss Bonnie, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please have a safe evening, and I'll see you guys in the morning.